Doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be transforming into a bronze goddess. We're in that awkward time of the year right now where it's not summer yet, it's still kind of not fully spring, but we're starting to wear more revealing clothing and we're all really pale. So we kind of want to fake that summer bronze glow because who doesn't want to look like a summery bronzy goddess? I mean, really. So yeah, sometimes I do this if I'm going out to dinner and wearing something with my chest or shoulders out. If I have like an event to go to, like, I mean, I don't really go to a lot of events, if we're being honest. But you know, if I had an event to go to, I would do this, okay? So yeah, this is basically how to fake a nice bronze tan without actually having a tan or without getting a spray tan, because sometimes we don't have time for spray tans. Even though I love spray tans, I actually offer them as a service and I usually have a spray tan on, I would say like 80% of the time. Sometimes I don't, and sometimes I'm in my natural, you know, pale skin right now. I get very tan in the summer, but we still have some time until I actually have a real tan, because I'm in New Jersey and some days it's really warm out and other days it's not right now. So we still have to wait for the summer weather, unfortunately, but I can't wait for summer. So yeah, if you want to learn how to get this bronzy makeup look and how to kind of fake a tan, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so we are going to get started on this bronzed look. Yes, I'm wearing a shirt. Don't worry. I don't know why people feel the need to say that, because obviously, well, I don't think people would film topless, but I'm wearing a shirt, okay? I am going to be putting some body bronzer products, so I wanted a strapless shirt. But yeah, let's get started because I'm not looking very good right now. So we're going to start with skin. So the first product that I'm using is the Makeup Revolution Onyx Primer. I actually did a video on this. If you are interested, I will link it down below or put it somewhere on the screen. It's a gel primer and it's actually black and it's supposed to smooth your skin and fill in pores. It's by Makeup Revolution, like I said. And I've had some people ask me since I put up that video if I like it, if I still use it. And yeah, I do like it. I don't use it every day, but I use it quite a bit and it doesn't like keep me matte. But it does make my skin feel really good before my foundation. So yeah, I'm just gonna apply that on my T-zone and then just kind of rub it in. I decided to include my foundation routine and all that just because we are doing like a bronzed look and I feel like skin is very important in bronzed looks. Okay, so the next product I'm going to be using is the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion in shade Light. This is a great product. I've been using this a lot lately and I love this. I actually use this in my kit as well. I have shade Medium that I usually use in my kit. This is shade Light. But yeah, this stuff is awesome. It is a lotion, but it's not a heavy lotion at all and it has a slight like glow to it. I'll show you guys. It's not as intense as a liquid highlight, it's a lotion, so it just kind of like blends into your skin and leaves like such a beautiful glow. This is great if you are not wearing makeup and you just want your skin to be really nice and glowy and fresh. I do that a lot on days that I don't wear makeup and I want my skin to kind of look alive. I'll wear this just on its own. It's great under foundation. You could even mix it with foundation. For more mature clients, I've actually mixed this with foundation to give more of a glowy, natural look on mature skin. So this stuff is great. So what I do with this is I literally just take it from the tube. Hold on, I kind of need a mirror because I cannot see a thing that I am doing right now. So what I do with this is I just kind of take it from the tube and on the high points of my face, I'm just going to apply a little bit. I'm not going to go too crazy because I do get oily, and what I like to do, hi George, my dog just walked in. What I like to do is I actually like to tap this in. I don't like to rub it in. I find tapping it, I don't know, it just looks better, and it kind of keeps all the glow on your face rather than getting on your hands. Because you know, sometimes when you use like glowy products, like it all comes off on your hand and you're like, okay, where's the glow on my face? So yeah, I like to just kind of tap it in, again, on the high points of my face. But yeah, I've been loving this stuff. It's really good. And it's by L'Oreal, so it's not expensive at all. I know there's other products like this that are high end, but honestly, you don't need it. But see, look at that glow. Like, it's just nice and natural and just like fresh looking. Okay, now that that's on, you can see my face is nice and glowy. For today's foundation, we're going to be using the Makeup Revolution foundation. This is the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation in F8. So I love this foundation. I go back and forth between this one and the L'Oreal one, the Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation, which I also have a video on. So I will link all these videos I'm mentioning down below. So yeah, what I like to do is I just kind of run this on my face with the doe foot applicator. I know sometimes people are like, ew, like don't put it directly in your face, but this is mine. Like, this is mine. I don't use this on anybody else. My skin is clean. I just showered. So yeah, I like to just use it like this. Just kind of put it on all over the face. I'm not gonna go super crazy with the foundation because we want to be somewhat glowy. I mean, I can't go too crazy with the glow because I am oily, but yeah, we want to be somewhat glowy, you know? So I'm going to just use this kabuki brush. This is by the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collection, and I'm just going to press the foundation into my skin. I didn't go with like a really dark shade because I'm going to be cream contouring and bronzing a lot, so I don't want to go overboard. You know, the shade really is not that much darker than my skin. If anything, it is more warm than my skin at the moment because I am more pale, but yeah, we'll look bronzy once we start layering products on and bronzing and all of that. I'm just taking this beauty blender and just pouncing it over my skin just to absorb any extra foundation that we do not need. Alright, so for concealer, we're going to be using the Jouer concealer. I love this. This is in the shade Crème Brulee. And on top of that concealer, we're going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. The Crème Brulee is a little bit of a darker shade, so it's going to help kind of cancel out any darkness underneath my eye, which Lord knows we have. So I'm just focusing that on the inner corner and bringing it like up, like in here. I'm also going to put a little bit of this on my forehead as well, down my nose, my chin, and above my lip. So I'm going to blend this out first, and then I'll go in with the L'Oreal concealer. Okay, now going in with the L'Oreal concealer, I'm just going to apply this underneath my eyes just to brighten them up a little bit. I really enjoy this concealer, by the way. It's very good. It is definitely like a Tarte Shape Tape dupe for the drugstore. It's good. It has great coverage, and yeah, I've been really enjoying that. So I like to actually let this concealer sit for a second. So while this is sitting, I'm going to go ahead and contour. So for contour, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild contour stick. I actually really like this. It blends out really nicely. So I'm just going to draw a little line here, a little line here. I'm going to go underneath my nose, underneath my lip, and then for my forehead, I'm actually going to take it on like a little brush instead of drawing it on my forehead. I'm just taking it on this little kabuki brush. Okay, you know what? I should probably blend out this concealer now. I'm just using my beauty blender. These two concealers, the Jouer one and the L'Oreal, I love using high-end and low-end together. But they actually layer on top of each other really nicely. Like my under eye area looks super smooth, so I love that. Alright, so I'm going to blend out right here. I'm just going to use my foundation brush that we used before. And when I'm blending out cream contour, I like to push it into the skin. I don't like to like swipe. I like to just kind of do little pushing motions. Okay, so now we got that. I'm going to go on my forehead now with the little brush. Don't forget to blend out underneath your lip because I have done that before. I forget to blend it out. I have like an itch on my shoulder, so if it's getting red, it's because my skin is super sensitive, and if I scratch somewhere, I usually get really red. Okay, so now moving on to setting all of this. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powders. These are awesome. I'm going to be using shade Fair and shade Light. Shade Light is actually not that light. I'm just warning you. Usually light to me is pretty light. This is more of like a light medium, I would say. But yeah, this stuff I love. It makes your skin look so smooth. So what I do is I get some in the packaging like this. I work it into my brush. Then I take the cap and I just kind of press the product into the brush, and then I press it onto my skin. And I feel like this just really like makes my skin look so smooth and just so nice. Honestly, I definitely recommend. This is like a top product from the drugstore for me. So now for setting underneath the eyes, I've been using shade Fair. This is really light, but it really gives you such a beautiful light and bright airbrush look underneath your eyes. It makes you look super awake, and who doesn't want that? So what I do is I put some in my cap, and I just use my beauty blender. I dip the beauty blender directly into the powder. And I probably will not be able to use this shade in the summer because it is really light. But for now, since I'm still kind of fair, although I did get my first tan line the other day of the season. But anyways, since I'm pretty fair right now, or light, I'm going to use this. So what I do is I just kind of press it underneath my eye. Kind of like if we were to bake. But I am going to dust this away. I'm not going to like keep this on there. I'm going to put some on the center of my forehead and down my nose. And then I'm just going to dust it away. I'm just going to take a brush and dust that away. I don't really need it to sit there. Obviously, if you want like a really bright under eye, you can let it sit there for a little bit, but I'm not going to let it sit there because I don't want it to be too bright. So now I want to bronze up the skin with some powder. So I'm going to be using the MAC Give Me Sun MSF. This is the Mineralized Skin Finish. It is more of like a warmer bronzer, but it looks so nice on the skin. And I'm just using this JH02 from Morphe. And I'm just going to bronze up my skin with this. Oh, if you want a dupe for the Give Me Sun, the Milani Baked Bronzers are really, really nice. This is in the shade Dolce, but yeah, it's just like a really nice baked bronzer. So if you want a dupe for the MAC one, there you go. So I'm just going to go ahead and just slightly contour right here, right at the edge of my cheekbone. Especially since my hair is back today, I feel like you see more of my face, so I just want a little bit more structure. I'm going to be using this Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. It's basically like a shimmery bronzer, and it just kind of adds some nice bronze glow to your skin. So I'm going to be taking this brush. This is the JH06, and I'm just going to load it up in my brush. And I'm just going to take this and just kind of run it over my forehead, over my nose, and my chin. And it's not going to make a big difference. This is not going to make a big difference on camera, but up close it does kind of just add like a little bit of a shimmery bronze glow to my skin. For blush, I'm going to be taking MAC Warm Soul. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I love this blush and I use it sparingly because it's not the same formula anymore that they sell, so it looks slightly different. So I have the original, and yeah, I've been using it for years. That may be gross to some people, but I love this blush. And yeah, but yeah, you want to go for something more in the bronzy side. You wouldn't want to use something like really pink or anything because obviously like that's not bronzy. So you want to stick with like more of like a bronzy glowy blush. So I'm going to be using the Butter Highlights in Champagne and Pearl. So I'm going to lay down Champagne first. But these highlighters, if you haven't tried them, they're amazing. Definitely recommend. The formula is like a cream to powder finish. It feels like cream when you touch it. It goes on so smooth, but it is like it sits like powder on your skin. Like it's not like actually a cream highlighter. So you can see it's such a pretty glow. It goes on like so smooth. It goes on like butter. And I am going to put a little bit there, right here as well. Just so when the sun hits me, it's not just glow right here, but it goes kind of here as well. And we'll put a little bit on our chin. I'm just going to take the Pearl color. I'm not going to take too much of this. Again, you just want to put enough so it like kind of pops. But yeah, you don't want to put too much. I'm just going to focus that right at the top right here. And I'm also going to put some above my lip as well. So that is it for the face makeup for now. We may go back and bronze a little bit more later, but I'm going to go ahead and do one eye off of camera, then come back and do the other eye with you guys, do my lips, and then we'll kind of work on this area here because we're looking a little pale and pasty. So I will be right back. Okay guys, so starting off with this eye, I'm going to be using the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer as my crease shade. Whenever I want to do like a bronzy look, I like to do this. I like to kind of put whatever bronzer I use in my crease just to kind of tie everything together. And it's usually like, it usually blends out really nicely. And yeah, I just like the tone of this bronzer. So we're just going to apply that in our crease, going up towards the brow bone. And I'm just going to apply like a matte shadow to my brow bone for now. We are going to put a shimmer on in a little bit, but I'm just going to run a matte shadow through the brow bone right now. Just so the bronzer kind of blends out a little bit easier in that area because I did apply concealer, so it's a little bit tacky, so I don't want it to kind of get like blotchy. Okay, now I'm going to take a contour palette. I'm just going to be taking, what color did I use? Of course, now I can't remember. I think I used this color. Just any kind of brown. Again, I'm just using contour and bronzing shades because it's easy. So I'm just going to apply that in my crease. Now taking my Nubian 2 palette, I'm going to be taking this color Madagascar, which is a brown shade, a matte brown shade, and I'm just going to apply this on the outer corner of my eye. Now I'm just going back in with the blending brush. I'm just going to apply this on the lid. I'm not cutting my crease or anything. The reason why I'm applying this is I just want a little bit of a tacky product on my lid before I go in with the eyeshadow. So I'm just applying that, and then I'm just going to blend it out with my finger. Okay, now taking this color here, which is called Sheba. It's basically a shimmery bronze shade, shimmery like chocolatey bronze shade. I'm going to use my finger and I'm going to apply that onto my lid. It's a really pretty shade. I really like it. Making sure I have no fallout. Then I'm going to take my blending brush again and just kind of blend around that. And now we're going to intensify that lid color and add a lighter color just so it kind of pops and shimmers a little bit. You obviously could keep it just like this if you like that like darker brown, but I want to lighten it up just a little bit. So I'm going to be taking the NYX glitter glue. Any kind of glitter glue will work. You just want something that basically you would apply before glitter because that's going to help the next product that we use stick a lot better. I'm just going to apply the glitter glue with like a flat brush, and I'm just going to go like that. And I recommend tapping this on. Do not swipe it on because you don't want to disrupt the color that you just put down on the lid. And then taking this color by Dose of Colors, this is the Eyedeal Duo in Shell. I'm going to take this and put it on my brush. So we're just going to take that color and just apply it on top of that glitter glue. Ugh, it's such a pretty pigment. I definitely recommend. Now taking a bronze liner, I'm just going to take MAC Teddy Eye Kohl and put that in my waterline. Taking the Madagascar color, I'm just going to use that to set and blend out that bronze liner. And then I'm going to take the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer and use that to blend out my lower lash line as well. And then I'm going to wet my pencil brush. And I'm going to take the shimmery bronze shade that we use from the Nubian 2 palette. And I'm going to apply that kind of on the inner part of the lower lash line, blending it into like the outer. I just wanted to add a little bit of a bronze shimmer down here. Now taking a little bit of the glitter glue, I'm just going to go ahead and apply that on the inner corner of my eye. And then take the Shell pigment and I'm going to pop that on the inner corner of my eye. This looks so pretty on the inner corner with like all the sparkles in it. Now I'm just going to take a brown liquid liner. You could use black if you want, but I want to keep with like the brown theme. So I'm going to just, I'm going to take this and just line my upper lash line. And I'm not going to be like super precise with it because I'm going to kind of blend it out anyway. You could use a gel liner as well if you want. Now taking the color Kenya from the Nubian 2, I'm going to use this to kind of blend out that liquid liner. So I'm just kind of patting this on the outer corner. And don't forget to like drag a little bit underneath here just to make sure that it's all kind of connected. Okay, so I did put false lashes on off of camera. I don't know the name of them. They're just random mink lashes. But they're pretty wispy and I like a wispier lash when I do like bronze looks like these. So moving on to lips. So I'm going to switch to Cork by MAC. This is one of my favorite lip liners ever. I'm going to take Anastasia Liquid Lip in Pure Hollywood as my lipstick. This is such a nice nude. And to finish the lips off, I'm going to be taking the Almay Goddess Gloss in, which is the perfect name because we're trying to be a bronze goddess over here. So it is the Goddess Gloss in Cosmic. Okay, so now that everything is done on the face, we're going to move on to this area here because I'm looking really pale. Whenever I'm wearing something with my shoulders out, I like to kind of bronze up this area, especially this time of year because I usually don't really have a tan this time of year unless it's a spray tan. So I'm going to be using a mixture of two products. I'm going to be using this Island Glow Body Bronzer by South Seas. This is a great body bronzer. It is transfer resistant and quick drying as well. And I'm going to mix in a little bit of this Victoria's Secret Coconut Mango Luminous Body Bronzer. So this is more of like a lotion feel where this is like a true body bronzer. Like it dries down, where this one, it dries down, but not as much as this one. So I'm gonna mix the two together. Okay, so I just made the mixture and I'm just gonna put some on my shoulder. And I'm using this big Morphe brush. This is the E1 because it's really big, so it allows me to like be able to just blend it out so easily. Also, this smells so good. I cannot see anything I'm doing right now. So, for some reason, my chest does not absorb spray tan. It's so weird. Like, it does get a little bit darker, but not nearly as dark as my legs or stomach or arms. My chest just like doesn't absorb it that much. It's so odd. Okay, once I have that on, I'm just gonna take a highlighter. Alright you guys, that is it for today's look. Thank you so much. If you stuck all the way through the video, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. I really would appreciate it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.